calling the Friday Night Fun Net in exactly 10 minutes at 8 o'clock. Repeating, I will be calling the Friday Night Fun Net in exactly 10 minutes at 8 o'clock. The K9RFD will be clear and stand by for the net. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located here in Freeport, and I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. This is what this hobby of Rams radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is providing an on-air meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to participate. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 plus offset. You need to have that programmed into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. This is the Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, June 28, 2024. Larry, Mike, KD9MED, Don Rochelle is live streaming this net on the internet, YouTube. He's also recording this net for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Those of you who are listening on the internet, if you want to check in with Mike, K9MED. He in turn will relay your internet checking to me via the radio. Also, if you're on the 6, you can hear the repeater, but you can't get to it due to conditions. You're too far away from it, or you don't have internet access. You can give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central hotline. That's area code 815-232-FNFN. 232-3636. Local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check it on the radio if at all possible. Okay, you know what? One moment, please. Okay, I got to check. I almost forgot to check in Matt's W9AXD as an early bird check-in. He will not be checking in tonight because he's tired, so I remember to put him down as an early check-in. So that's first. We're going to take early bird check-ins. If you can't stay for the net, you got other stuff going on, you got family time, you watch something on TV, or you got something else going on, but you can't check in or stay for the net, check in short time and mobile, and if you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. We'll do that. After that, we'll do it general check-ins. Now, let me reset. Now, as you know, we've changed the check-in format. We're doing the old Wednesday evening Stevenson County Repeater Association swap net format check-in, like A through G, H through N, O through T, and U through Z, and like my calls K9GCR, looking for the G after the 9, and that's what we're doing. People seem to like it that way. This being the last Friday of the month, we'll start with uniform through Zulu. Then after we get done with check-ins, we'll do our regular features. We'll do the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. Are you having problems with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of antenna do you want to put up on your tower? Do you want to what kind of radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS, FT8, DMR, or GMRS, or what have you? If you have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Then we'll do the Friday Night Fun Net contest and the DX corner. Did you make any DX contacts? We would like to hear about it. Then we'll do the swap net. You have any items to buy, sell, trade, or want related to hobbies, ranch radio, or computers, we'll definitely do that. Okay, the two topics, the two roundtables tonight. First, we're going to we're going to rehash the field day weekend. The best field day weekend that I've ever participated in all my 20 years as a ham radio operator. Then for the second round table, 4th of July is coming up next Thursday. I'm going to ask everybody, what are your plans for the 4th of July? We'll talk about that. Okay, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short-time mobile stations that like to check in? Please call now.
K9F, David, portable in Janesville tonight, no traffic.
AK9F, portable in Janesville. Okay. I got you checked in, cell 3. Did you survive the storm last Saturday?
Sort of.
That's good, that's good. Okay, thanks for checking in, Dave, cell 3. Have a good evening. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Any more short time or most station life check in, please go now.
KD9 QVP, Brian and Roscoe.
KD9QDB, Brian, I've got you checked in. The cell 3, have a good evening. Thanks for checking in.
Roger that. Thanks, Jimmy. Have a good night.
Station while checking, please go now.
W9 KLG, mobile.
W9KLG mobile. Kevin, on the road again. Okay, Kevin, I've got you checked in. 7-3, have a good evening. Drive safely. Thanks for checking in. Any more short time or mobile station while checking, please go now.
At 9 EGF, November 9 Echo, Golf Foxtrot, Kevin, Roscoe. Hi, Jimmy. No traffic, sir. Short time.
N9EGF, hello, Kevin. Thank you for checking in. Have a good evening. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Glad to see you at Field Day. Any more short time or mobile stations, please go now.
KC9BK, Bob over here in Beloit.
Okay, Bob and Beloit, come back with that call again. You might want to repeat it slowly and phonetically if you would, please.
Kilo Charlie Niner, Bravo Kilo.
KC9BK. Okay, I've got you checked in. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Cell 3, have a good evening. I'll talk to you down the log. Any more short time or mobile station you want to check in, please go now.
KC9QPL, Paul Love's
KC9QPL, Palm Loves Park. Okay, Paul, I've got you checked in short time. Cell 3, have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Any more short time or mobile station you want to check in, please go now. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 short time station checking in. So, okay, we're going to go through general check-ins. This being the last Friday of the month, we're going to go with the last segment. Uniform through Zulu, U through Z. Like my call is K9GCR. Welcome to the G after the 9. Uniform through Zulu. Please go now.
W9RFD Ricky Loves Park, no traffic.
K9ZIP, Joe in Janesville, no traffic.
Alpha 9, Victor Uniform, Michael in Janesville, no traffic, short time.
Okay, I've got 3 stations checking in. WX9RLT, Ricky in Loves Park. Great seeing you at Field Day last weekend, man. I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around there. Thanks for checking in. K9ZIP, Joe in Janesville. I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around there. Well, thank you for checking in. 89VU, Mike in Janesville, checking in short time. Okay, Mike, I've got you checked in short time. Southern, you have a good evening and enjoy your weekend. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Okay, any more stations? Uniform through Zulu would like to check in. Please call now. This is I'm GCR, the Friday Night Funnet at K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. Transmitting for Friday Night Funnet Central in Freeport. Okay, continuing with the uniform through Zulu, the U through Z. Please go now. Okay, there be no further check-ins. U through Z. We'll move to the second segment of the evening. Alpha through Golf. A through G. With route traffic, please call now.
Kilo Charlie 9, Charlie Foxtrot Lima, checking in. No traffic.
East 9 CFL, good evening, Mike. I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around here. Well, thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins? Alpha through Golf, please call now.
AC9JZ, Jimmy, Mike, in Rockford.
AC9JZ, Mike in Rockford. Okay, Mike, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around here. Well, thanks for checking in. Any more stations? Alpha through Golf, please call now. Okay, no more check-ins on Alpha through Golf. We'll move to the the third segment in the evening. Hotel through November. No, Hotel through November. Please call now.
KD9MED.
K0IZZ.
Okay, stand by. K9MED, Mike in Karen Rockford, doing digital DX. We got you checked in. I'll get back to you via Miss Roundtable. Thanks for checking in. K9MED, Mike and Rochelle, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table, and thank you for checking in. K0IZZ, was that you checking in?
Yep, it sure was. K0IZZ, Todd in Loves Park.
K0IZZ, okay, Tom, Lowe's Park, we got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations? Okay. H, Hotel through November, please call now.
Bruce in Rockford.
N9BWM, Bruce, was that you? If that was you, when you keyed, you got a little beep, and that was about it. Was that you trying to check in, Bruce?
BWM.
N9BWM, okay, Bruce, I've got you checked in. You might, when I get you for the round table, you might want to hold your that Mikey down about 2, 3, 4 seconds. That way you still got that beep there with your signal. So that way we don't miss anything you said there. Okay, Bruce, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes round table. Thank you for checking in. Any more stations? Hotel through November. Please call now. Okay, no further check-ins. Hotel through November. We'll move the last segment of the evening. O through T. Oscar through Tango. Please call now. One more time. A stations, Oscar through Tango, O through T. Please call now. Okay, no check-ins, Oscar through Tango. Any stations anywhere in the alphabet. Alpha through Zulu would like to check in. Please call now. let's see. Brian KD9QDB. How did you enjoy it, the field day?
W9AXD. Long story short, I enjoyed it quite a bit. Much appreciated for having me, and hats goes off to everybody that attended and, put the event on. So I had a great time. I had many great conversations with people in person. That's my thing, and learned quite a bit, and, saw a lot of people from the past and got to meet a lot of new people. So I had a really good time and can't say thank you enough. So good to see you again, Jimmy. I'll send it back to you, Jimmy, W9RFD.
Well, Ricky, I'll tell you what, I definitely had a wonderful, that was the best field day that I've ever had in all the 20 years I've been a ham radio operator. I got to go to 2 different locations. That was just great. I want to meet you all, the guy. I want to thank Justin, K9FEO, and Kevin, W9KLG for doing that. I sure appreciate that. Okay, Ricky, thanks for checking in. So, okay. All right, I guess, Kevin, W9KLG, are you still with us? I know, I definitely had a wonderful time despite the weather.
W9KLG Mobile, still here. Yeah, it was an awesome time, especially Justin getting ordering tacos at 3 o'clock in the morning. That was really a pretty good thing there. W9KLG, back to net.
It sure was. I said to myself, ooh, it's open at 3 o'clock in the morning, but I didn't know Taco Bell wasn't around. I think our Taco Bell here in Freeport, I think it's closed. They're not open 24 hours a day. But thanks to Justin for doing that. I sure appreciate that. Okay, Kevin, thanks for checking and thanks for what you did too. Okay, let's go with Kilo KC9BK. What's going on with you? How did you enjoy your field day? Oh, that's right. He checked in short time. That's right. I forgot about that. All right, let's move on. Joe, K9ZIP, what's going on with you? How did you participate in any field day activity?
This is K9ZIP. Good evening, Jimmy and everybody on the net. Yeah, I didn't get to participate in field day. The weekend prior, I took a long weekend, visited my parents in Florida, and by the time I got back, long story short, I'm pretty sure in the airport on the flight there, I caught some COVID. So by the weekend, field day weekend, I was pretty well wiped out. And I also didn't, even if I wasn't wiped out, I didn't want to spread it to anybody. So I skipped field day. I didn't even have an HF antenna to participate from home up, which I did about 3-4 days ago. I finally did get a new antenna up. So I'm back on the air, but no field day. Glad everybody else enjoyed it. Maybe next year I'll get to participate. This is K9ZIP. Back to you, Jimmy.
Okay, sounds good, Joe. Hey, it all starts again 7 months, so at the end of January when we have a winter field day. You might want to be participating in that.
That one actually interests me. I might set up a tent in the backyard in the middle of winter and operate. I meant to do funny thing, a couple of years ago I was going to do that. I had everything all set aside, planned, and I got sick that year too. I don't get sick that often. It just seems around field days. Back to you, Jimmy. This is K9ZIP.
Okay, Joe. Hey, before I let you go, how much damage, I know about the tornado going through Janesville. Did you get much damage in your area?
I got no damage here at my QTH. The tornadoes hit roughly 2 miles south of here. So a little closer than I like. Thankfully, nobody was injured, but there were some homes pretty much destroyed. Got lucky on this one, and Yeah, I will see over the season here what happens, but no damage here, Jimmy.
Okay, Joe. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Den. Of course, I urge you on the standby hotline. This is K9G Charter Friday Night Fun Den, K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transferring for Friday Night Fun Den, Central and Freeport. That was John, K9DDF in Elgin, that checked on the Friday Night Fun Den hotline. He said the repeater was going up and down, but at least he heard the phone ring. So, okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for checking in there, Joe. You have a good evening. Like I said, I heard you on Chad's round table net last night. He had a good signal on this that repeater last night.
Yeah, he's got his equipment dialed in pretty good now. I'm pretty close to him, probably about less than a mile and a half away. So I can actually sit in the basement on my HT and hit his repeater just fine. But yeah, it was good. A good net last night. Could have used some more check-ins. I think he's got quite the reach on the repeater.
I believe he had 5 or 6 check-ins. That's great. Oh, maybe you'll check in later tonight, sir. If not, I'll put him down as an honorary check-in. Joe, 7-3, thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Den. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend.
You too, Jimmy. 7-3.
Okay, I just got done checking in. John, K9DDF checked on the hotline. I use Red 8 because I use a red telephone for my Friday Night Fun Den hotline, so he's checked in that way. Okay. Mike, KD9CFL, what's going on with you? Did you participate in field day this year?
KC9CFL. Jimmy, I was at the YMCA campground, and I didn't necessarily participate, but I was there visiting. So, had a good time. Good burger. The people that were hosting, the board members that were helping, did an amazing job, and the food was amazing, and so was the company. So, got to meet a lot of people to go with some call signs. So, but yeah, had a great time. KC9CFL, back to you, Jimmy.
Okay, you're welcome. Well, okay, Mike, this is your radio nut joke. You know you're a radio nut when the oldest electronic device in your house is your radio.
I love him, Jimmy.
That's your radio nut joke too. several years ago. Thanks for taking, Mike. Have a good evening. Well, I might get back to you for the second round table. We got 2 round tables now. The second one will be what are you going to be doing for 4th of July. So okay, AC9GZ, Mike, what's going on with you? How? I know you participated in field day. How did you go for you?
I thought it went wonderful. I didn't get on the air, offered to let me get on the air there and all that, but I just wanted to just hang out with and meet the people and see the friends that I haven't seen. I got there at a time when not everyone was there. You know, everybody has a schedule, and I missed a few people that I would have liked to really see, but especially you and Justin and Kevin and Kurt Ebersol is another one I would have liked to see. But anyway, I was just at that time when some people took the time off and went back home or something, and some came back and whatever. But I really had a good time. I just enjoyed the camaraderie, and that's what I went for. AC9JZ, back to you.
Well, Well, thank you for attending, Mike. I understand the situation. There's always next year. So, okay, thank you for checking in. Kerry, K9MED, I know you did not participate in field day, but what else is going on with you?
This is KD9MED. Thanks, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. Oh, not a whole lot going on here. Nothing, nothing to speak of. Oh, I did go out to Al's this week to try to get FT8 running on his IC 9100, and I couldn't figure it out after about 2 hours, so I'll have to restudy and regroup and give it another shot next week. I did have a brainstorm. I just gotta bear down and study it. KD9MED.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you give me a call. Wanted if you know if I had his phone number, which I did there. So okay, thanks. How are you doing on your project, trying to wean yourself away from the internet? How you doing?
Oh, not too good. I ended up getting a hotspot from the library on Wednesday, and I've been using that temporarily. There are some things that you really need. If you work with computers, you really need to have that broadband connection. A good example of that is a Windows update. Every month, Windows sends out this huge update, software update, and if you don't have broadband, you're just SOL. You're not going to be able to get it. So once in a while, I'll have to hook up again. KD9MED.
Well, all I have to tell you is just keep trying. I don't know what more to tell you. I understand. Once you get hooked on something, I know it's harder for a person to get off. That's what have you. Okay, Kerry, we'll get back to you later for the second round table. Thanks for checking in. KD9MED, Mike and Rochelle, what's going on with you? I know you did not participate in field day, but what else is happening with you?
Hey Jimmy, KD9MED here. Yeah, I was actually out at the YMCA Winnebago camp there. Didn't exactly participate in field day, but did certainly give a demonstration to the military radio that I have, and had a lot of interested people asking me a lot of questions about the radio actually. And as far as, let me give you a brief reset here. Yeah, as far as what I'm working on at the moment, well, you probably can't see it on the live stream because it's just out of camera, but I'm actually working on an interface, a digital interface for the radio that I have, so I can hook up a computer to it and modernize it a bit. And that's what I'm doing at the moment. KD9MED, back to net.
Okay, sounds good. Mike, when I talked to you earlier, you said you had some traffic or something for the net?
Oh yeah, just some traffic, Jimmy. The next 2 Fridays coming up, I'm going to be out of state on vacation, so I won't be doing the live stream.
Okay, thank you very much for letting me know. I'll let Justin K9FVO know, and so he's aware of that. Thank you very much. We'll get back to you for the second round table, so don't go away.
All right, copy that, Jimmy.
All right. K9RFD Todd, what's going on with you? Did you participate in field day last weekend?
No, we didn't make it due to certain health restrictions there that I have. Would have liked to. Maybe next summer. My body don't do very good in the winter, so I definitely won't be doing the winter one. Other than that, just sitting around listening to the net. Good evening to all. K9RFD Todd, Loves Park.
This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net, K9RFD Repeater Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net, Center and Freeport. Sounds good, Todd. Well, I hope you get over that bug soon. So, You have a good evening. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. All right. Bruce, N9BWM, what is going on with you?
Not much, Jimmy. I also wasn't able to participate in the field day this last weekend. Not too much else going on. Just trying to figure this new radio out. The reason I had that beep is I had it for some reason I had it set to hook up to the internet before I transmitted. Anyway, N9BWM.
Okay, Bruce, that explains it. Okay, thanks for checking in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes for the second round table. We're going to be talking about the 4th of July coming up. Let me ask you what your plans are for next Thursday. Okay, that concludes my list. Do we have any more stations you'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Anywhere in the alphabet with A through Z, please call now.
KD9YBG, Dale.
KD9YBG, okay, Dale. Now if I remember right, did you participate in field day or not?
No, I didn't get a chance to. I had too much stuff to do before I kind of head out for a little trip. So I listened on HF, and I was listening to guys all over. So I kind of listened to it. I'd like to have gone. I think it sounded like it's been a good time. KD9YBG, back to you.
Okay, remember, in about 7 months we'll be doing winter field day if you want to participate in that.
At the same place?
Oh, no. You'll operate from your different locations or from your own home or however you want to do it there. Like on winter field days, I operate from right here at home.
Okay, KD9YBG.
Okay, we'll be getting back to you in a few minutes with the second round table. Thank you for checking in. Any more stations? Alpha through Zulu would like to check tonight's Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now. Okay, now we'll go to our regular features here. We're going to start out with the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. Are you having a problem with your power supply, amplifier, or whatever? What kind of an antenna you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS, FT8, GMRS, or what have you? Do you have any technical questions? If you do, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Anybody have any technical questions they'd like to bring before the net this time? Okay, there being no technical questions, we'll move to the Friday Night Fun Net contest / DX Corner. Did you make any contacts this week other than field day? I don't know how many contacts we made here. Well, first of all, I attended 2 field day activities. One here in Freeport at Great Park, Flagstaffville. The other one was at Camp Winnebago in Rockford. I got there around between 9:45 and 10 a.m. last Saturday morning. I bought some food. I bought hot dog buns, but I forgot to bring the hot dogs. But it turned out nobody else brought any other food, so we didn't do any grilling. So it rained on our picnic. George, N9WSQ, made a wonderful goulash, and boy, that was good. And then we finally got underway with field day. I don't know how many contacts we made. Then I came home. I think it's around I don't know. I think around 6:45 or something like that. Then Justin K9FDO and Kevin, W9KLG, came pick me up. We went to Camp Winnebago. We had just gotten there when the skies opened up. It was really something else. Let me reset. It rained so hard you couldn't hear anybody talk. Then it finally quit. But we did finally try to make some contacts and another storm hit, so Matt, W9AXD said we're going to have to close it down for a while. We turned the radio off, disconnected the antenna, but that went fast, so we and Ricky, WX9RLT, showed me his weather app. He was showing me exactly where the storms were and what have you. And let's see. And we were able to make some more contacts. There, let's see. I think we finally got done in the wee small hours in the morning. Let me reset. Justin K9FDO, about 3 o'clock Sunday morning, ordered some tacos. I said, who's opening for tacos at this time of this morning? He said, Taco Bell. He said, what are you going to do? Who's going to bring them? He said, they delivered. They did. I said, they were sure good. And Justin even took a picture of the full moon. It was about to set in the southwestern sky. It was just before daybreak. I don't know how many contacts we made. And I'm going to tell you what, folks. Justin had me talking on one of those AI machines, and I think it was on a digital mode. And I really had a wonderful time at field day. We got back home about 11:15, and adjusted my outside antenna. It's back to where it should be. And we went out to back out to Cray Park so Justin could visit George a little bit. He was able to make only one contact with field day, and we went, then he had to leave. Around noon, George decided we're going to shut down. We didn't get home till about 1:25. A wonderful time at field day. Let me reset. Okay, now, with the contest /DX corner, anybody else made any contacts other than field day? Anybody have DX reports? Please go ahead. Okay, Kerry, K9MED, did you make a contact, or are you still waiting for a logbook on the world to come back on the air?
This is KD9MED. Yes, Jimmy, before I transmit anything, I'm waiting for Logbook of the World to come back. Your mileage may vary, but that's my stand, and I'm sticking to it. The ARRL letter came out, as it usually does weekly, last night, and once again, they said absolutely nothing about the outage, which is approaching 2 months in length now. Brief reset. I did do some VHF listening. I listened to some airband radio telephone communications. I added a couple of more frequencies to my list, and that's all I did this week. KD9MED.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, Kerry. That's for sure. That's a crock of you know what. They shouldn't have to wait that long. I mean, all this computerized stuff, and they can't get it back on the air. What the hell's the matter with them? That's a crock of you know what. We'll just put it that way. Okay, Kerry, thanks. Does anybody else have any DX reports they'd like to pass along? Okay. Well, there being no further DX reports, we'll now go ahead with the SwapNet. All items to be bought or trailers must be related to hobbies, ramp, trade, or computers. All items to be bought or trailers must be the proper possession of the person who wants to get rid of stuff. We mentioned prices over the air, but handling should take place either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does anybody have any SwapNet traffic they'd like to pass along at this time?
K0IZZ.
let me get my paper out so to find my. Now I lost my pen. Okay. K0IZZ. Okay. Go ahead with your swap net traffic.
Okay, I'll probably reset once or twice here as I got a few things. I have a MFJ Vista tuner. I'm assuming the V means 5. I ain't very good at them numbers. It's a 989C. It's a 3 kilowatt antenna tuner roll inductor. I have a Heathkit HM 102 2000 watt SWR watt meter. I'll grab a reset here. Okay, I have a ICOM IC 2200H, and it does have the UT 118 installed, so it's able to do D-Star, and that's just a straight 2 meter mobile rig there. I also have a Diamond X50. That's a 2 meter 440. That's basically brand new. I used it twice in the house. And then I have a Raspberry Pi 3B, and that's got a dual band hat on it for 2 meter and 440. I'll grab a beep here. Okay, if you're interested in any of these, we can haggle over the price over the phone. I could be reached at 763-227-9290, and that'd be my cell phone.
Okay, now, I got as much written down as I can. I'm not a fast writer, but K0IZZ Todd, and as for say, Vista, let's see, 989C antenna. Repeat that Vista. What was that again?
The MFJ Vista Tuner 5. It's the 989C 3 kilowatt roll inductor.
Vista doing a 989G antenna tuner. He also has a heat kit, the SWR meter, ICOM IC 2200H with the capabilities of receiving DMR. Also has a Diamond X50 antenna and Raspberry Pi. You can contact him at area code 763-227-90. Let's do that again. Area code 763-227-9290. Area code 763-227-9290. Anybody have any questions or comments reference these items for sale? Okay, Todd, hope your phone rings off the hook. Thanks for checking into the SwapNet. Hope you get a lot of interest about these reference these items for sale. Thanks.
Yep, hope everybody enjoys the rest of their evening. I'm gonna step away from the radio here for a few, but I'll be back to listen in some more. K0IZZ, back to net.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for checking in. The late Russell of N9LXS, when you used to run our Wednesday evening swap, that's what you always used to say. Hope your phone rings off the hook. That was back in the days where not many people had cell phones. So okay, that sounds good. All right. Does any other station have any swap net traffic you'd like to pass along? Okay, now we ain't done with the swap net traffic yet. We got some items from the estate of the late Scott Francis, 89SF. That's all right. One moment, please. Larry KD9HKX has stuff for sale from the late Scott Francis, part of his, from the estate of Scott Francis, 89SF. ICOM IC225 2-meter transceiver, $45. ICOM IC288 2-meter 77-meter, $275. ICOM ICB8000 2-meter transceiver, $175. ICOM IC28A 2-meter transceiver, $70. Uniden BC120 XLT scanner, 100 channel, $35. All above the unit sold as working but untested. Let me reset. He's got other items for sale. Barker and Williamson 423 filter, $25. NIC 108 KA 12 volt 8 amp power supply, $40. Heat kit AM 2 SWR meter, $10. Home brew 6-meter antenna tuner, $25. Manuals for the ICOM radios are available online. Lower offers will be considered. Contact Larry McFall, KD9HKX, Rah-Rah Secretary, area code 815-900-1820, area code 815-900-1820, or at lpmcfall at charter.net. lpmcfall at charter.net. Anybody have any questions? Reference these items for sale. Okay, one moment, please, folks. I gotta put all my papers away here. So, ain't that the way it goes? Okay, that concludes the SwapNet portion. Are there any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? You're coming over to your Friday Night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or a show, or you just came home, or you just turned your radio on, or you've been copying the mail for the last 49, almost 50 minutes. This is your chance to check the Friday Night Fun Net. Remember, in the region, without traffic, please call K9GCR. Okay. Now the second round table, we're going to talk about the 4th of July. It's this coming, it's next Thursday of next week. So our annual 4th of July edition of the Friday Night Fun Net will take place next Friday, July 5th. I'll be using red and blue ink for patriotic colors. Let's see. Kevin, W9KLG, are you still on the air? What are your plans for 4th of July? Okay, he's gone. N9EGF, Kevin, what are your plans for 4th of July? W9RFD Ricky, what are your plans for 4th of July?
Good evening, Jimmy. This is WX9RLT. Long story short, probably nothing. Just kicking back and watching the fireworks. So, it's my favorite holiday of the year, and I plan on kicking back and enjoying the sun and just laying out and having a good time. So, I wish fireworks were legal in Illinois. They're not, so I'm not going to have as much fun. So, but yeah, I wish they would make them legal. But hopefully everybody has a safe 4th of July. You know, don't forget, you know, the meaning behind it. And, you know, I always, I saw a thing, and it said, freedom is not free. And that always resonates with me. And, you know, whenever we come across these holidays, you know, I always think of that. So, Hopefully everybody has a good time and just kind of kick back and enjoy the sun. So back to you, Jimmy, WX9RLT. Thank you, Jimmy.
Well, you're welcome, Ricky. This case on G-Star, the Friday Night Fun at K9RFD Repeater Mod for transferring for Friday Night Fun that's out there in Freeport. Ricky, I'm going to tell you what. I'm sure that in your neighborhood, you got a lot of people who are setting off fireworks. You know, they don't have so far to go to buy them. They go up to Wisconsin or the state line to Boyd. They buy them there, and you know, they'll be sending, you watch, they'll be sending them off right in your neighborhood, not only for 4th of July, but a couple of days before and a couple of days afterwards. At 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning on July 5th, they'll be shooting them off, still be shooting them off, just like they do in here. You got your neighborhood fireworks displays, and of course you'll probably go downtown Rockford or probably to a River Stadium where they have them there.
Yeah, they're too expensive for me. I enjoy lighting them off, but, you know, it won't be anytime soon. Those prices raised up, but I'll definitely kick back and enjoy everybody else's. So, I noticed previous years, you know, the fireworks have been going off a lot earlier. This year, they're not going off as early, so I think the price on fireworks kind of has a lot to do with that, so hopefully it's a good 4th of July. Back to you, Jimmy, WX9RLT.
They say 40% chance of rain on next Thursday. Let's hope that does not materialize. Let's have a safe and sane 4th of July. Yeah, there's a place just down the road from us here that sells the fireworks, right by at the Lincoln Mall there. So they do that every year. So okay, son, that sounds good. Of course, you can watch them on TV. Channel 17 will be carrying them from the downtown Rockford. So okay, sounds good. Ricky, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend. Joe, K9ZIP, are you still with us? What are your plans for 4th of July? What are you going to be doing?
This is K9ZIP, still here, Jimmy. Yeah, no plans for 4th of July. Nice thing is, from our back deck, we can often see the fireworks display, but there's some trees in the way. Although I had one of the big trees cut down actually earlier this year. So we usually do go out there and see what we can see, but we don't like to go into the crowd at the park where it's most viewable. Other than that, no plans. I have the day off. Depends what the weather's like. Play it by ear. Back to you, Jimmy. This is This is K9ZIP.
Okay, Joe, I'm sure in your neighborhood you probably got a lot of people who be setting off their own fireworks display. You have a neighborhood fireworks to show there, to say the least.
That's usually true, but now that you mention it, this year has been pretty quiet. Usually early June, you get at least 1 or 2 people on the block or nearby. You start hearing them lighting off fireworks every night, firecrackers and stuff like that. I've heard nothing this year, so it's kind of unusual.
I'll tell you what, earlier this week here in Freeport they were sending them off. That was the way it was last week, too. Well, just see what happens. Hey, Joe, thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Have a happy and safe and sane 4th of July.
You too, Jimmy. Have a great 4th of July. I'll be listening. K9ZIP.
4th of July is one of my favorite holidays, too. I'll tell you what. 4th of July, Thanksgiving, and Easter are my holidays. Christmas, I don't think so. Couldn't care less. Okay. KC9CFL, Mike, are you still with us? What are your plans for 4th of July?
KD9CFL. Well, usually I go to a friend's house in South Beloit, but they don't know if they're doing it this year, so we might just hang out at home and then drive over to a parking lot and watch whoever's got the best fireworks in the area. And then Saturday we might go to Kirkland and watch theirs, but we'll see. KC9 CFL, back to net control.
Sounds good, Mike. Have a safe and same 4th of July. Same goes for your family. Okay. Now, Mike number 2, AC9JZ. Mike, what are you doing for 4th of July?
Oh, Jimmy, I'm going to just kind of lay low. I'm aware that most people do celebrate early. My birthday's on the 5th, but, you know, I understand that most people celebrate early.
Hey, happy birthday. That's great, Mike. Okay, 738. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. I don't know if Justin's going to check it. He didn't check in, actually, until Saturday morning when we had those storms go through, but I did put him down as non-hurry checking. So he said, check me in. I said, you're already checked in, Justin. Okay. 7-3, Mike, thank you, H9JZ. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Carrie, KD9MED, what are you doing for 4th of July?
This is KD9MED. Well, the 4th of July is my birthday. I'll be the big 7-0. I was born not too long after the American Revolution. You could still smell the smoke. And I don't like fireworks. Not least of the reasons is that I have a flat roof. But I'm in luck. Brief reset. Most of the citizens of Rockford eschew fireworks in favor of celebratory gunfire. Everybody aims their firearms skyward and opens up. What I usually try to do on 4th of July, if I'm going to get out of the house, I go to a small town where the people haven't been taught to hate America yet, like in the cities, and enjoy their patriotic 4th of July parade. KD9MED.
Okay, sounds good there, Kerry. Oh yeah, I know all about it. Shoot, gunfire on the 4th of July. That's sometimes that's the way it is here too. And I'll tell you what. Any fireworks that are left over from the 4th of July, they'll set them off in 6 months for New Year's Eve. It's always been that way. Hey, Carrie, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Mike, KD9MED, what are you doing for 4th of July?
Well, let's see. On the 4th, I've got that day off. It's a Thursday, but as work schedule would have it, you got to come back in on a Friday, of course. But I guess I'll be spending time with family and packing up and getting ready to get out of here for a while. That's what I'll be doing. KD9MED, back to net.
Okay, sounds good. I'm sure the neighbors in your trailer court, and especially where Al K9EPG's living, I'm sure you'll be seeing a good friendly neighborhood fireworks to show at your QTH.
Yeah, I can just stand out in my backyard, and 2 miles east of me is the Rochelle Park. So yeah, I actually get a pretty good show every year.
That's good. Okay, Mike. Hey, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. K9RFD. Todd, what are you going to be doing for 4th of July?
I don't think me and my son are going to do anything. Might step out on the back patio there, or miniature deck that we got here, and see if we can see anything. But other than that, we don't have no plans to go anywhere. So I hope everybody else enjoys their 4th of July and have a great weekend. K9RFD.
This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net, Central Freeport. Same here too, Todd. Hope you enjoy a safe and sane 4th of July. I'm not doing anything. For me, it's just going to be a regular, normal day. I'll be watching the neighborhood fireworks here, and I'll be watching them on from Washington D.C. or New York City. Of course, Rockford will have theirs. WTBO Channel 17 will be broadcasting them. Oh, tomorrow, 86 degrees. That's good. That's good. Sunny and warm. Hooray! Get those fans and ACs going, folks. Summer's back. So, okay. Hopefully that'll be the case this Thursday. So, okay. Thanks. Thank you for checking in. Have a good evening. N9BWM. Bruce, are you still with us? What are you going to be doing for 4th of July? KD9YBG, Dale. What are you going to be doing for 4th of July?
KD9YBG. Oh, not too much. I think I'm just going to stay home, and I usually don't do a lot. Like if there's some fireworks, maybe I'll watch them a little bit. But other than that, I'm just going to be staying home this year. KD9YBG, back to net.
That's what I'm going to be doing, too. I'll probably do some grocery shopping. I'll get some hot dogs or some other stuff there from Sullivan's. I'll eat that. Our Freeport 4th of July celebration, actually, it's going to take place on Saturday, July 13th. The Tuddy Baker Festival will be taking place, celebrating the founder of Freeport, the William Tuddy Baker. So they'll be having a fireworks display. Hopefully they will not screw up like they did last year. Last year they didn't have them until way late, between 11 and midnight. And there was a lot of people were complaining about that. So we'll just see what happens. All right. That concludes my list. Are there any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9EPZ.
K9EPZ, good evening, Al. I was kind of wondering about you. What's going on with you? We had two topics. Talking about Field Day and 4th of July. First, I'll ask the question about Field Day. I know you didn't do much participating in that, but how did you like it anyway?
I would have been liked it better if I could have been around with other people. That's part of Field Day too, not just the radio communication, but the camaraderie. I can't do it. You know what I'm talking about.
Camaraderie.
QSL, yep, that's it.
Yeah, I hear you. I tell you, that was the best field day I ever had in all my 20 years as an AM radio operator. We went to 1 year in Freeport, and then went thanks to Justin and Kevin, and went to the field day in Rockford. We stayed overnight. I had a wonderful time. So, okay, despite the weather at both places. So, okay. Now, what are you going to be doing for 4th of July?
Probably sitting here seeing what I can see out the window. Although trees are getting kind of thick. I'm in a similar situation to K9MED. He's on the opposite corner of the park from me, but he's right by the field in the back. He can just walk out his door and walk a few feet, and he can see where they set the fireworks off. I don't have that. I've got things in the way here, like trees and things. So if I had somebody to push my wheelchair, I suppose I could go out in the field. Go out in the field with someone too and watch them.
Yeah, you all ask around. Maybe somebody can help you do that there. Hey, how did the K9MED help you with your project there? Everything go?
No, I'm afraid that he couldn't get it to go either. So I don't know. I have to try somebody else. But yeah, he couldn't do it. He couldn't even get his own laptop to connect. So. Because he tried that first because he knew it.
oops, the software and everything worked, so he plugged into the back of the radio, and he couldn't get the drivers to load either.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, well, that's the way it goes sometimes, sir. Okay, Al. Well, I hope somebody maybe comes around, maybe takes you outside in your wheelchair, you can see those fireworks. Of course, well, I'm sure you have, of course, you have your own neighborhood fireworks display. A lot of your neighbors will be sending them off right and left, too.
I don't know. We usually don't have too much of that in here. We're not that far from the city's fireworks display. So, but I usually don't see that many. I'm saying that nobody here sets them off, but not that many.
I understand. Oh, okay, Al. Hey, thanks for checking in. We'll probably catch you later. Okay, thanks. Any more stations you want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, Scott, K9YI, I'm sure that's you. Go to the input, go to your amplifier, and to all stations, K9YI, Scott, Monroe, Wisconsin, going to be talking to me on the 195 simplex. So don't worry about it. You can't hear him, don't worry about it. K9YI, Scott, I'll go ahead and put you down. What's going on with you? I can hardly copy you, Scott. Sorry about that. It's up to you, but I can hear you fine. But if you want to turn the beam as a south, go ahead. Maybe some other stations can pick you up. I let everybody know you're talking on the 195 simplex. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I've kind of turned it halfway between the repeater and your house, so we're kind of to the southeast right now, so hopefully you can hear me okay. We're at the fire station here in Monroe, and
That's good. I'm glad you had a good time. Well, I know you couldn't. You were only on for several hours because with your situation there with the fire department, but I understand. But that's good. Okay. You probably know about our. I told you about our situation there. We went to 2 different field days on the Green County that last Sunday, and okay. Now we're talking about 4th of July. What are you going to be doing for the 4th? Sounds good. Yeah, I think we're supposed to get some rain here around about 9:45 here. Supposed to be some showers and some thunderstorms. Possibility about maybe some small size hail or very heavy downpours. Supposed to be in the Rockford area around 10:30, 11 o'clock. We'll just see what happens. So, okay, Scott, listen, I won't hold you. You have a good evening. We'll catch you on the net this coming Sunday night. K9GCR McClure, and thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Okay, thanks for checking, Scott. Are there any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
KC9GCR. K9FLO.
K9FLO. Good evening, Dean. What's going on with you? I put you down as an honorary check-in last week, and so I'm just wondering, did you participate in any field day activities this year?
Good evening, Jim, and everybody else out there. No, I didn't. I was, Mother Nature got me down, and I was kind of out of commission for a couple weeks there. So I did not. What I did, involvement was mostly remotely in providing any support and stuff like that. But otherwise, I wasn't able to get to our location. But that's okay. Being here was good because, of course, at our location where we had the field day is where we had the tornadoes close by and all the bad weather and all that stuff. So this was one time. I'm not going to complain about it there, Jimmy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hear you. For my participating field day, it was the best field day I participated in all the 20 years I've been AM radio operator. I went to our field day here in Freeport, then I went to the Rockford, the Rah-Rah field day at Camp Winnebago. Yeah, just got there and the skies just opened up something terrible. We know about the situation in Janesville with the tornadoes and what have you. We were able to get going again after being delayed with the lightning and stuff. We had to go off the air, but after that we were able to make several contacts. I don't know how many contacts we made at our Freeport location and at Camp Winnebago location, but I definitely had a wonderful time. I stayed overnight. 3 of us stayed overnight there. Myself, Justin K9FDO, and Kevin W9KLG.
Oh, very good. Yeah, you did all right there, Jimmy. I heard rumors of that effect that you made an appearance at the Rockford. Very good. Glad you made it. Hope you enjoyed it. And but yes, the rumors out that you showed up, so that's good. I think everybody enjoyed having you there. And no, I kind of missed out this year. And normally, we did luck out in the sense that the facility where we had it at did have capability of being able to have it in an enclosed facility, which really saved us from the weather that was going through there. So we were lucky there. But normally we have a very large tent and everything's under there. But the facilities where we're located at, we were able to go into an enclosed facility with air conditioning and everything else, so that really saved the club some grief there from Mother Nature. But yeah, I guess it got pretty bad up there, and kind of wish I'd been there to help the guys out, but they did good, and I think our points have fared out pretty good, so we'll see. And otherwise, not much happening here, not much going on for the 4th. We're just going to stay home for the 4th there and watch it on TV. I think it's, I'm trying to think, Channel 17 Rockford has that, and it's good enough for us. Besides, at this point, that's all the excitement we need now these days there, Jimmy. KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Oh, yeah, you bet. That's for sure. By the way, Kirk K9N has not checked in as of yet, sir. So, yes, I definitely had a wonderful time. Yeah, well, of course, I'll be watching Yeah, Channel 17 will be carrying the fireworks. They start at, well, coverage starts at 9 o'clock, with the fireworks will start about 9:30. We'll have our neighborhood fireworks here in Freeport, and all the people around here will be sending off. They were sending them off earlier and earlier. The past few days, they've been sending them off there. And but what was it carry? K9MED was carrying it. It said more people there. Instead of shooting off fireworks, they're shooting off firearms. So go figure.
Well, at least you hope they're fireworks they're doing off and not the other. We can do without that. So, yeah, excellent. Yeah, I don't know what's going to be like around here this year. We do have younger people moving into the area now, and so we're getting more surrounded by that, which means they'll be doing fireworks and things like that. So living out in the country is not quite as exciting, but that's all right. We did our time, you know. We had our highlights there, Jimmy. So right now is a good time to let everybody else have their fun, and probably the most excitement we'll have is maybe getting something to do on the grill, get some burgers or brats or a steak or something to do on the grill. That sounds like a good plan for me, assuming it doesn't rain. So that's becoming more of a challenging issue. KC9GCR, K9FLO.
I hope it does not rain. They're talking about 40% chance for it on Thursday, but if it rains at all, let's hope it's after the wee small hours of the morning, after everybody gets done shooting off their fireworks. Because you know, about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday, July 5th, they'll still be setting them off.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, so that's about what's happening here. I'm trying to get in here a little bit early. Glad I made it in here at least today. The way I've been going as far as the health goes, we're finally getting back into shape there, and get back into the routine, and thought I'd get checked in here, Jimmy, and like I said, really glad that you made it to the event, field day, at least at the Rockford one, and I know everybody was talking highly of it, that you made it, so very good. KC9GCR, and now I'll sit on the side here for a little bit, Jimmy, then I got to take off.
Okay, sounds good there, Dean. You have a good evening. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun. I think we kind of got carried away there, keying up so quickly. I think we all do that. We got to get out of that habit, that's for sure. Dean, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Have a safe and sane 4th of July. We're going to do our 4th of July Friday Night Fun next on Friday night. So, 7-3, thank you for checking in. Have a good evening. We'll talk to you next Friday night.
7-3, Jimmy. Catch you later. KC9GCR, K9FLO, be clear.
Okay, do we have any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please go now.
Howdy, Jimmy, W9AXD, Chad in Janesville.
W9AXD, Chad in Janesville. Great job with your net last night. That repeater sounded absolutely terrific.
Thank you, Jimmy. You sounded like you were right next door, right in their living room, actually, so it sounds good. I think you've had some little enhancement lately on UHF, so that's pretty good.
Okay, that's great. That's great. We're asking 2 questions. How did you do on field day? I don't know if you participated in that or not. And of course, I was also asking everybody what you're doing with 4th of July coming up next Thursday. I was asking everybody how they're doing.
Well, the first question is a really short answer. I didn't do field day, so I didn't make any contacts. And 4th of July,
we were going to grill out with some couple friends because they live in an apartment building, so they can't really grill. So we're going to invite them over here and we'll get our grill going. Burn some meat on there and different things, so it could be good. Maybe go to the fireworks, or maybe we'll go to their apartment. They're like 2 blocks from the park, so we'll just maybe sit up there and watch them from the deck, from their balcony, so it'd be kind of cool.
That'd be great, I'm sure. Of course, you have your local neighborhood fireworks displayed from all your friends and neighbors who are living around your apartment building or what have you, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we actually own the house, so, but yeah. Neighbor behind us, behind our house, they have fireworks. They light them off just about every day of the week, or even the year for that matter.
Okay, I think I believe you there. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and put down Erica as a check-in, okay?
Yep, sounds good. I'll let her know she's kind of tired tonight, so she's not going to check in probably. She even didn't check into her pink hamster net tonight, so let's do that then. She must be tired. Did you mention my net on Thursday night yet, or should I go ahead and do that?
Joe, K9 and the ZIP checked in earlier than that. I told him I heard him on it, but why don't you go ahead and do yours? That way save me from having to do it. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
All right, Jimmy. Yeah, you could do it. You do a good job at that. So, Thursday night, and this takes place of the Simplex net, which we dispensed with. We're having a Rock County Roundtable net every Thursday at 8 p.m. on the rephrase that. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. on 440.95 repeater up here in Janesville. And that starts at 8 o'clock. We play Newsline, so I guess those of you who hear that Wednesday is probably a repeat. But it's just kind of a discussion topic net. We pick a topic and talk about it. Or if people have something they want to talk about, they can do that too. Or, if you want to buy, sell, or trade anything, it's pretty much an open net. So anything is going to be allowed, pretty much, with the exception of politics and all that kind of thing. So that's every week, every Thursday at 8 p.m., 440.95, PL 123.0 plus offset. And if people can't get into the repeater directly, there is EchoLink at W9AXD-R. Node number 622-925. So that's also available as well. So I'd like to hear people check into that. That'd be fun. The more the merrier.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think I just heard your repeater ID just in the background there, so it sounds good. Hey, I'm thinking about something. Are you still going to crossband on 146.415 or 147.415, or have you discontinued that?
I'm going to bring it back. Right now I had my pastor at the church he went to today for something else. He turned that off at the moment because there's some guys on 147.420 who are inadvertently getting into that, on accident. And it keys up the repeater, just a bunch of noise and static. So I'm going to probably... thinking about changing the frequency and on Sunday, so I can give you the frequency if you want to write it down if people are interested.
Okay, just hold on. I gotta get a piece of scratch paper here. Just be right there. Because I was going to have Justin reprogram the frequencies on my new radio, but I wanted to find out for sure if you were still going to be doing that anymore. I got papers flying all over the place. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Sunday we're gonna change that frequency to, it's a simplex frequency on 2 meter, cross banding into the 440950. So that's gonna be changed to 147.585. 147.585 simplex, and that's going to be 123 PL just to make it standardized, make it easy. So it's going to happen Sunday morning at some point before noon, either before church service or after. And again, 147.585 simplex, 123 PL. I'll copy, Jimmy.
I copy 147.585. I might have that frequency already programmed in my radios. I'd have to check and see, but oh well, I don't know. I was just curious. I'll probably end up just staying on the repeater, but I thought I'd ask just be on the safe side anyway.
Yeah, it's good to ask. Good to know that. So it's not hurt to have it in the radio. I know some station from McHenry County a couple weeks ago was getting into that better than the repeater. So that definitely, it doesn't do what I was expecting it to do. I was trying to cover the north side of Janesville with coverage inside like Walmart or something like that, but it doesn't work the way I thought it was gonna. But it sure extends that range on receiving on 2 meter to people who can't get the repeater quite as well. So that works better that way for some. So did you happen to try the 147.415 at all? If you could hear it? It's not off the air tonight, but...
No, I do not have that frequency programmed into my radios at all. I was going to have Justin program it, but I just don't know. I'm going to have him program a couple of other frequencies, but I think that 147.415, I think I might hold off on that. I think I just might let this go, because like I said, I'll probably more likely be staying on the repeater and probably not switching over to 147.585.
Yep, okay, no problem. I just figured I'd give that for an option, so no big deal. That's fine. Whatever works for people, I guess, so that's good. And a little update on the repeater here today. Nothing as far as the antenna has changed yet. Anything is not going to. But I did get the repeater on battery backup today, and that works very seamlessly. It works very, very well. And also was able to get the repeater programmed a little bit to put the repeater itself in duplex mode, so when the controller times out, everything just is gone. It's the way it should be. So we got that done. So the repeater is 100% fully operational the way it should be, and it has very reliable emergency backup power. So repeater has, I told Larry, and then UDN, I told him, I said, this repeater in Janesville has morphed into something a lot more than I thought it was going to 6 months ago when I put it on the air. I thought it might just cover Janesville, but it covers a lot more than that. And it has a very good, solid footprint in Rock County, and very good, reliable, I can say, emergency backup power now. So definitely, I think, possibility to be a very good asset for Rock County. So turned into a very good repeater. So, and so long as I'm talking about that, every night at 10 p.m., as you know, Jimmy, we carry the Night Watch net out of Chicago every week at 10 p.m. So if anyone wants to check into that, feel free to do so on the repeater. Go ahead, Jimmy.
This is K9 GCR of the Friday Night Fun and the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for, for Friday Night Fun at Central and Freeport. Sounds good there, Chad. I think you're going to have a winner with that repeater. So, okay, I'm going to say I'm going to let you go. You thank you for checking in. I got you and Erica checked in. So, thanks for that information about that new simplex frequency. So, 7-3, have a good evening. Thank you for checking in. Maybe we'll hear you on the Green County net that's coming Sunday night. Scott, K9Y, I checked in. He had checked in on the 195 simplex. So. 7-3, thanks for checking in. Have a good evening. Depending on what time I get done with this net there, I'll switch over to your repeaters and catch the night watch net.
Hey, sounds good, Jimmy. Do you have, I was going to call Larry tonight because I was going to check with him on that scanner to see, you know, how that, where I think he called me back, but I don't remember that conversation. It was a while ago. But do you happen to have his phone number? I forget what his call sign was now. He had that little scanner for sale.
Wait just a minute. I got to get out a piece of scratch paper. Okay, I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, are you? No, wait a minute. Are you talking about that estate sale from Scott Francis, 89SF?
I think so, yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me get it out here. Just put it away here. We don't have it here. Okay. It's Larry and KD9HKX. He's the Rawa secretary. His phone number, area code 815 900-1820. Area code 815-900-1820.
Okay, copy that. I tried calling him before. I did 1870, 1870, so that would explain why I didn't get him. So, I will give him a call. Might be a little bit late tonight, but I can give him a call tomorrow. So I appreciate that, Jimmy. I'll let you get back to your net there, and yeah, thanks for all you do out here, and thanks for checking into the net last night. I appreciate that. So, we'll catch you Sunday maybe. K9AGR to be on NHF back to net.
Okay, you're welcome to chat, and thank you for checking in. You have a good evening. We'll talk to you later. K9GCR, we clear. All right. Do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, due to the hour and getting late or what have you, I think we'll just forego the Friday Night Fun Net trivia segment for this week. We'll pick it up. Again next Friday. We'll see what happens. All right. Now, I'm going to give you a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. Doing tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. in this repeater, we got the Saturday evening Raichu net. I don't know who will be net control of that net. So we'll just see what happens. When we talk about different topics, net control usually picks out a topic. You want to talk about that topic, fine. If not, you can bring up something else too. We go around a few times. That's what it's all about, rag-chewing. Again, Saturday evening rag-chew net at 8 p.m. tomorrow evening on this repeater. Okay? I'm trying to think. The Big Thunder Amps Radio Club holds its Sunday evening net at 7 p.m. on 147.375 repeater in Belvedere. That has a PL of 100.0 plus offset. The Green County Aries Races net is held every Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe with a PL of 123.0 minus offset. Scott K9YI is net control. This week, this coming Sunday, He and the brand K9KNU share the use of net control operator. At 8 p.m. on Sunday evenings, the Whiteside County Aries group holds its net on 146.850 Repeater in Sterling, PL 114.8 minus offset. You should not have any problem getting into that repeater. The antenna is about 300 feet in the air on the Illinois State Police Troop 1 radio tower at their main headquarters in Sterling. Monday evenings at 7 p.m. on this repeater. We got the Monday night rah-rah info net. Larry K9KGT will be a net control operator. He and I share the duties of the net control operator. I ran it this past Monday. Then, let's see. At 8 p.m., let me reset. At 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon, PL of 82.5 minus offset. The Lee County Aries Races group holds this Monday evening net. Then at 8:30 p.m., the Kishwaukee Amps Radio Club holds this Monday evening net. 8:30 p.m. on 146.730 repeater in the cap with the PL 100.0 minus offset. Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. On this repeater, we have the Health Tech and Social Net with Larry H9GO as your net control operator. We ask everybody how they're doing health-wise, and if anybody has any other traffic you'd like to pass along. Also at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville, PL 123.0 minus offset, the Rock County Public Service Net is held. And also at 8:30 p.m. on Tuesday evening, the Rock County Net has their Tuesday evening net. That's on 147.165 repeater in Oregon with PL 146.2 plus offset. If there's time, they'll go to 146.595 simplex for a brief simplex net. Then they'll go back to the repeater for the 9 o'clock Oval County Aries Racing net for Aries Skyward. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. on this repeater, you have the chat net. That's similar to the Saturday evening Ragchu net. I think Mike KD9. Oh boy. Oh, that makes me mad, but I can't remember his call. But anyway, he's net control of that net. Let me reset. They were talking about what your favorite old car was this past Wednesday night, so that's good. Also, at 7 p.m., here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset, we have the weekly Steamson County Aries net, on which I'm net control operator. And at 7:30 p.m., you got the Greater Boyd Amps Radio Club net, which is held on 147.120 repeater in Boyd, PL 123.0 plus offset. Then at 8 o'clock, here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset, we have the Wednesday evening swap net. I was net control operator this past Wednesday. I had only 6 check-ins. Mel, K9RFD brings us an Amps Radio news line. 15-minute independent news broadcast of Boze's entire Amps Radio. He was gone this past Wednesday. So he was at Wednesdays has their bi-weekly car show. That's where he and Dory, K9GLA, were at. Then, of course, Thursdays at 7 p.m. On this repeater, we have the Winnebago County Skywarn and the Crane Net. I filled in for Joe K9JPP. He called me on the phone last night and asked me if I could do the net. I said I would do so. I had a total of only I had a total of only 3 check-ins, and that only ran for 10 minutes last night. Then, of course, don't forget, as Chad just mentioned, is Rock County Roundtable Net on his new repeater, 443.95 the PL 123.0, all set at 8 p.m. Those of you on HF, you got the Senile Net, which is held every day, Monday through Friday, between 1400 and 1500 hours Zulu, or 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. local time on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband. With Chuck, the W9AXD is the net control operator. Okay, you're all you're all caught up to date in your local nets. Support your local net control operators, support your local nets, your local repeaters, your member of any ham radio club. By all means, support your local clubs. Okay, at this time, do we have any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, let me tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Contact either Justin K9FEO, Ricky WX9RLT, or Brad H2I. You want to sign up for it. I think, I don't know how many stations signed up for it. At one count, I think we had 168 stations checked in. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But you see printed information about the Friday Night Fun Net, updated pictures of my ham shack. You even see weather information. Now, this net is being live streamed around the world on the internet via YouTube. He's also recording it for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Go to the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page, contact, punch in your call sign, follow instructions, and you're in business. You not only hear this edition of the net when it's posted, you even hear last week's net, the Field Day edition of the net. And listen to Friday Night Fun Net all day, every day, or all night, every night. Every night is Friday night on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. You say it's 3 in the morning, you can't go to sleep. You decide, well, I'm going to turn the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page to listen to Friday Night Fun Net. That's what Justin did during our off hours on Field Day last week when I was over there. So it's Friday night, every night of the week with the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Then don't forget about the Friday Night Fun Net Central hotline, area code 815-232, FN 232-3636. Local Freeport number. Yeah, they're just advertising now. Celebration of Freedom, WTVO Channel 17, live coverage of July 4th at 9 p.m. Fireworks to start at 5:30. At 9:30, I should say. Again, I was telling you about Friday Night Fun Net hotline, area code 815-232, FN 232-3636. We had a hotline check-in earlier this evening with John, Case 9DDF. Usually checks in on the hotline. When I'm transmitting, you hear that phone ring. That's a real telephone ring, folks, not that phony baloney cell phone ring. You see pictures of it on the Facebook page. It's a traditional red desktop touchtone telephone. Oh, okay. Okay, do we have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Anybody have any additional questions, comments, input, any additional traffic you'd like to bring before the net? time, I'm going to go ahead and do my honorary check-ins. Now, what did I do with that black pencil? Pen, there it is. Okay. Honorary check-ins. N9ARB, Tony, REC here in Stevenson County, HC honorary check-in. It's better at Tracy, N9GAB, HC honorary check-in. Okay, now he may check in later on tonight, but I'm going to go ahead and put him down as honorary check-in. I always change it there. Justin, K9FEO, HC honorary check-in. I always change that too. If we hear him later on, like the Brewers beat the Cubs 4-2. Okay. White Sox are ahead of the Rockies 1-0 in the 7th inning. Okay. One moment, please. Okay. One of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in every Friday night, but he listens every Friday night. Richard, N9ZO, HC honorary check-in. Okay, let's see. You know what? One moment, please. KC9ICH. HC honorary check-in. Okay, that's Robert. KD9HKX. HC honorary check-in. And you know what? K9KZT. HC honorary check-in. Oh, by the way, speaking of Larry, don't forget there's CW practice immediately following the conclusion of the Monday and Tuesday evening nets on this repeater. I forgot to mention that when I was doing the nets. AC9GO, Larry, HC honorary check-in is better half. KD9YUM, Verna, HC honorary check-in. Now I will do my Stevenson County check-ins. KD9LOA. Brandon, HC honorary check-in. KD9OVJ. John, HC honorary check-in. He checked in the swamp net for the first time this past Wednesday. He's busy with his EMT training and what have you, paramedic training and what have you. That's why he hasn't been on the radio. Okay. Okay. N9WSQ. George, HC honorary check-in. George is our club president. Well, those are my honorary check-ins. Okay, do we have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Oh, yes, I got N9DLB. HC honorary check-in. KF9SD. HC honorary check-in. Okay. KD9ZTZ. Corey, HC honorary check-in. KD9FDD. KD9ZIY. Seth, HC Honor check-in. 40 check-ins, unofficial count. We have any more stations want to check in? Please go now. Oh, I better check in Kurt. KD9N. HC Honor check-in, okay? Last but certainly not least, the man who started this all, you might as well say. I didn't have anything to do with this. Brad, AH2I. He's responsible for the Friday Night Fun Net. He's the one that started. We started that way back in 2008. So, okay, my paper is full. I got 42 count stands at 42 check-ins. Any more stations want to check in? If so, I'm going to have to turn the page here. I want to thank Dan, N9DCH, the trustee of this repeater, for allowing us to use this repeater for the host of Friday Night Fun Net and some of the other nets we run. I'm going to run down the list of stations that checked in. Let's see. Myself, K9GC on deck control, and my one and only early bird check-in, W9AXD Matt. Great job you did at field day. Thanks for doing that. AK9F, KD9QDB, W9KLG, N9EGF, KC9BK, KC9QPL, WX9RLT, K9ZIP, Joel in Janesville, AA9VU, Mike also in Janesville, KC9CFL, Mike, KC9KZ, KD9MED, K9MED, K9MED was live streaming this net on the internet and on Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. K0IZZ, N9BWM, my one and only hotline check-in, K9DDF, John Elgin, KB9YBG, KD9EPG, Al, KC9YI, Scott Monroe, K9FOD in Roscoe, WI9HF, and KD9VBX, Chad and Erica in Janesville. Now my honorary check-ins, N9ARB, N9TLB, K9FBO, and may change that before the night's over, wait and see what happens. N9CO, Richard Belvedere, K9ICH, Robert, K9HKX, K9KZT, H9GO, K9YUM, K9LOA, K9OBJ, N9WSQ, N9DLB, KF9SD, K9ZTG, K9ZIY, KE9N, and NH2I. Okay, how many check-ins we got? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 on-air check-ins. 1 early bird check-in, 1 hotline check-in. There were no internet check-ins, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 honorary check-ins for an unofficial total of 42 check-ins. Do we have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay. I want to thank everybody for checking in. And I hope you enjoyed this net as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. 2 great topics, Field Day and 4th of July. By the way, folks, next Thursday, when you sit down to your 4th of July picnic, eat your hamburgers, hot dogs, brats, or what have you, and please remember what this holiday is all about and why we celebrate this holiday. It's all about our independence. Celebrating our freedom, our independence. Freedom isn't free. Our service people down through the years have fought and died for this country, so we can enjoy the freedoms that we enjoy today. So just remember that when you sit down to your 4th of July picnic next Thursday. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Says, this next Thursday will be 84 degrees with a 40% chance of rain. Let's hope that rain does not materialize. We need the rain like we need another hole in our head. We'll put it that way. Remember this, in another 7 months, we got Winter Field Day. If anybody's interested, we'll definitely be doing that, Winter Field Day, because we're looking forward to next year's Field Day. So, I happen to have a 2025 calendar. Just one moment, please. Okay, Field Day next year will be on June 28th and 29th of 2005. 2025. That's 28th and 29th of June 2025 will be our 2025 Field Day. If the people in the rah-rah want me to come over there next year, I'll be glad to do so. I had a wonderful time last year. This is K9G Share with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater Rock. We're transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Lockdown. Winnebago County Jail is now going into lockdown. Kerry, K9MED was telling me he listens to county jail frequencies on a scanner. Every night, exactly 10 o'clock. Dispatch radios all corrections officers saying, lockdown, lockdown, lights out, time to put the jailbirds to bed. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
W9KLG. I was waiting for those, Jimmy.
Yeah, see, repeat that, Kevin. I did not quite catch that. What'd you say?
Said I was waiting for those, the 10 o'clock things. That's what I always like it when you say those. W9KLG VectorNet.
I'll tell you what. Did that on TV station many years ago. I think it's the Rockford Police Chief Epperson. That's why they made that announcement on all the stations. 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, you know where your children are at.
I think I do remember those when I was a kid, back in the 80s.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think in Chicago, I believe it's 11:30 and 11. It was years ago. It was 11:30 at night. The kids had to be in.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we had to be back in by the time the street lights are on.
I definitely believe that.
Alrighty, Jimmy, I made it back home. I was visiting a girlfriend for a little bit, and then I'll try to listen on my HT, but I think it's dead. So I'd say have a good night, and I heard that you had 42 check-ins. I think that's what you said. And I'll say 73 for now, and hopefully you have a good night. And we'll talk to you later, Jimmy.
You too, Kevin. Justin hasn't checked in yet, so I put him down as non-early check-in.
Yeah, I passed by his house. His car wasn't there, so he's probably out, doing his thing, or working on his car, one or the other. He did get some parts in, so yeah, he's probably doing that.
Sounds good. I'll probably be on the air till wee small hours tomorrow morning. Yeah, well, he called me last early last Saturday morning when the storms went through. Okay, Kevin. Thanks for checking in. Good night. K9 GCR. Any more stations? Want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, be sure to tell your boyfriends or girlfriends. Let's see. Oh, be sure to tell your mom, dad, your brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews. Be sure you tell your in-laws, your grandparents, your neighbors, cross street, down street, next door. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, and your old ladies, and be sure you tell your, be sure to tell the clerk behind the checkout counter of your grocery store, be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter of your convenience store, be sure to tell your waiters, your waitresses, and your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO. Sure you tell your bank teller when you go to cash a check or withdraw money at the bank. Sure you tell the clerk behind the counter of your local post office when you buy your stamps or envelopes. Okay. Sure you tell your probation officers, your parole officers, your divorce lawyers. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, of course, your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun Net. More checking the bears than that. Make sure you have a valid FCC license before you check in. sorry, folks, we don't take chickens from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. If you sit in the clubhouse, take a knee or clench your fists when the national anthem is being played, we don't take your chickens. If you don't back the blue, we don't take your chickens. That's plain old all there is to it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the net as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. This is the last call for any station who want to check the Friday Night Fun Net. Remember, we're in the region. Withdraw traffic, please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchet Jaw. Okay, great net tonight, folks. This concludes the Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, June 26, 2024, with an unofficial count of 42 check-ins. I'm now going to close down this net and return the repeaters to frequency normal amateur radio use at 10:06 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Let's see, 3 hours, 6 minutes Zulu time. Again, with an unofficial count of 42 to check-ins. Have a safe and sane 4th of July, everybody. We'll do our special 4th of July net next Friday night. This is K9GCR. Wishing you all a very pleasant good night. 7-3. KD9MED, KD9MED, K9GCR.
89 MED.
Go ahead and post it, Mike. 2 hours, 6 minutes net, unofficial count of 42 check-ins.
All right, Jimmy, in perfect timing. I just got my project finished tonight too, so we'll see how the digital conversion goes for one of my radios, and I'll keep you guys posted. KD9MED, clear on your final.
7-3's Mike. You enjoy your vacation, and we'll catch you in about 3 weeks. And meanwhile, we'll see if Justin can handle things for you.
All right, copy that, Jimmy. Have a good night.
You too. Yeah, you know my phone number. Give me a call on the hotline. I'll put you down that way.
Okay, I sure will, Jimmy.
Mike, I know you will. 7-3. K9GCR will be clear. Good night. Thanks for all you do.
AH2I Portable.
AH2I Portable. Good evening, Brad. I've got you down as an honorary check-in, but I can always change that. You'll be a late check-in now. Count you as part of my regular check-in list. What's going on with you? Your signal's good tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Got a freshly charged battery here and trying to stay out of the rain. Sure is damp out there. It's going to be really hot tomorrow, and then we're going to be in for a major cool down in the 70s. Isn't that amazing? So how are you tonight, sir?
I'm sorry to hear that. Supposed to get in the 80s, though. I think 87 Wednesday and 84 for Thursday, 4th of July. 40% chance of rain. I hope that rain does not materialize.
Yeah, it's always pretty much sizzling hot around the 4th every year, at least around these parts. So 70s will be a nice break. Those are times that you can leave your windows open, not run the AC, don't need the heat, and just draw in some of that fresh air, which I always love. So, what is your plans for the 4th, Jim? Are you doing special, or what's going on in your world?
It's just going to be a regular, normal Thursday, Brad. I'm not doing anything. Our family's not doing it. The only time we ever get together is around Christmas time. So so I don't know what the family will be doing. So it's just going to be a regular, normal day. I'll be seeing plenty of fireworks around the neighborhoods and on TV and what have you.
I remember when I used to work at the mall, the Cherryville Mall. I was the housekeeping supervisor for a number of years, and we used to go on the roof and fill the lights in the parking lot so all the festive goers in the parking lot would be able to see the fireworks nice and bright, clear, and
we used to sit up there and watch. When I worked at the airport, I used to go on the roof of the Rockford Airport, go up on top of the terminal, and see fireworks shows for miles around in every which direction. It was incredible.
This is K9G Star Friday Night Fun at K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun at Central Report. I believe you. I believe you. I'll be seeing plenty of neighborhood fireworks around here Thursday night and early Friday morning. Because about 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning on Friday, the day after the 4th of July, they're still shooting off fireworks.
Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot around my area, just occasional. I'm sure it's going to be picking up real soon and all of that. Of course, in Illinois, those other ones are illegal, but people still do it anyway. But they've increased some of the penalties if you get caught with them, so I don't think I would risk it for the biscuit. And ever since I was in like 3rd grade and I almost blew my entire hand off with a firecracker, a very powerful one, that was all she wrote for me, never again.
Back when I was about 13 years old, we went up to Lake Wisconsin. We know some good friends of ours. They had a couple of little kids there. They were shooting off sparklers. They had those, or what have you there. One kid, one of the kids had a sparkler in his hand. We kept saying, throw it, throw it. It exploded right in his hand. Oh boy, it was really bad, too.
Well, I remember when we used to go to my grandparents' house, God rest their souls now, and we would shoot up fireworks. My grandpa and my uncle would go up there to Wisconsin and get 2 or 3 whole box loads of them, and that was always fun. And one time, one of the neighbors' bushes caught on fire with a Roman candle. I remember that. Luckily, they were on vacation and weren't around to see it. Another time, one landed on their roof. So it kind of gives you an inclination how dangerous the fireworks can be, especially if you're not shooting them off in like an open field away from like a residential or whatever area. So, but I have to admit it was all fun, and if I would give anything to go back and relive those memories all over again.
I'll tell you what. Your neighbors will be fed. You don't have to worry about it. You can see your friendly neighborhood fireworks show. Just your neighbors will be sending them off right and left. You don't have to go so far. They'll be right. You can watch your neighbors shoot them off. That's what will happen here next Thursday night. We got people all around my neighborhood. They're all over the town. They're sending them off. They had those huge bottle rockets. They had those big boom bombs or what have you, and you can see the fireworks going up in the sky and what have you.
Yes, sir. So yeah, I don't touch them. People do shoot them off. I admit it's fun to watch them. People do them, but then we always read the stories about people who lose their hands and all of that, fingers, and you know what I mean. That's the bad part of it. Some people even get killed. So they're very dangerous, especially if you've been mixing it with alcohol in your system and go out there and do all that. Unfortunately, some people do that, and well, you know what I mean. But other than that, other than the gloom and doom side of it, yep, it is neat. But the thing I don't like about fireworks is it's very bad for our veterans who have like PTSD and stuff. If they're not aware that there's a controlled, like when they're aware of what's going on and they know what's going on, it's not like random fireworks around the neighborhood or something. They're fine usually, but because they know what's going on ahead of time. But if it's sporadic and stuff, yeah, it's not good for the animals outside either. People's pets, and it's bad. So that's the downside to fireworks and stuff like that. But other than that, yes, they're a lot of fun, especially if you can bring the family out and have a good time and all that, what have you, like Davis Park or whatnot, And then there's the parades in the afternoon, of course, and all that too. So, it's just one of those things, celebration of America, for sure, for sure.
Oh yeah, I love watching fireworks. You see them on TV, watch them from Rockford or from Washington D.C. or New York or what have you there. But let's see, yeah. No matter what people that tell you to do, they want to do. No matter how people try to discourage you to set them off, people are going to do it anyway. I said to myself, what's the use?
Well, true that. So, yeah, I'm very fortunate. I lit a firework when I was in the 3rd grade, and it didn't go off. The wick burned, it went down, and it just sat there. And I did the foolish thing. I walked up, I picked it up, it still felt hot, and then it started to smoke, like the wick just reignited itself. I threw it and exploded about 6 inches from my hand, and I was pelted with shrapnel from it, so I got some burn marks. But if I would have continued to hold that, it was like an M90 or something, firecracker. If I would have continued to hold that in my hand and not have thrown it, then I would not have a left hand today. It would be gone.
Oh yeah, you ain't kidding. I remember when I was a little kid, I used to play with a cap pistol. We used to shoot them off. I don't know what happened. One time I was playing with a cap gun. I had one in my right hand. Or I don't know what happened. It exploded. And I had burn marks all over my left hand. They have since healed, of course. There's no scars or anything like that, but I definitely remember that.
Yep, and I also remember getting burned by a sparkler, the stick that burned, and that was I'll never forget the pain from that one. And it's like, never doing that one again. So I set the thing down for a couple of minutes. I came back, I figured it was fine, and it was not fine, and yeah, so you know what I mean. So that's like I say, I haven't touched a firework myself since like that time. We're going back over probably about 33 years ago, I would say.
Oh yeah, I understand you. Yeah, people start singing different tunes once they have something bad happen with fireworks or what have you.
Roger that. Well, outside of that, though, I heard you talking about your field day experience, and I heard you talking on the radio. I think you were talking to Ricky, I think, was on there with you, and I was doing something else at the time, and I couldn't get back to you guys at all, and I figured you were kind of busy out there anyway. So I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad you had a great time. You guys got free car washes out there, and you could have got free showers if you just stepped outside of your tent at one point, right? Hi.
Oh boy, I was kind of getting disgusted when that rain came. I said, oh boy, we don't need that. But they cleared off. We finally got to working on some stations. Another storm came, and Max W9AXD, we had to disconnect the radio, the antenna, so we did. About another hour or so, we started up again. There were 3 of us stayed on. Justin, Kevin, W9KLG, and myself. I'm going to tell you something, Brad. I'm not kidding you. About 3 o'clock Sunday morning, Justin ordered tacos from Taco Bell.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, the old saying, Taco Bell also open when sober, too. You know what I mean? I remember going to Taco Bell when I used to work at the mall. There's one right by there, and it was about 1 a.m. We were the night shift, of course. We're housekeeping. And maybe the supervisor, but drove up to the drive-thru, and there was a car in there, and a couple of younger guys in there, and let's just say they had a very lively night that night. The night was still young for them, I would imagine. And then what they did is they apparently were driving under the influence, and they got to the drive window, and they but I think the driver just kind of fell asleep, passed out for a little bit. And his friend was kind of out of it too. So there was no designated driver there. And I honked at him, and then he decided to put it in reverse, and he almost ran in, slammed into me. Luckily, there was nobody behind me, so I could whip that thing in reverse, and that was on a Friday night. I'm like, okay, we're no going to Taco Bell on Friday night, or Friday night anymore. I'm not doing that. I will bag it from now on, because I'm not going to get crashed into by someone like, you know, some Nimrod like this in the drive-thru again. That's not worth it for tacos.
I understand. This is K9G Shard of Friday Night Fun, K9RFD Repeater Rockford transferring from Friday Night Fun at Central and Freeport. Stand by, Brad. I was thinking, was there another station trying to get in there? Other station come back. I guess not. Yeah, definitely got one, you know. And I had a wonderful time, but well, I'll tell you what. I don't know who brought the Long Johns that last Sunday, but they were good. I had one with strawberry filling in it.
Oh, okay. That sounds pretty tasty, actually. I usually eat about one donut a week. Obviously, they're not good for you, but they sure do taste good. One thing I'll never figure out in life is why is everything that tastes so good has to be so bad for you? You know what I mean? That's kind of the turn off. I used to make a really mean homemade chocolate cake, and I would shave German chocolate, mix it with Hershey's chocolate, and you know, it was like a milk chocolate type cake. And I'm gonna have to find the recipe. I found it online, and everything in it's homemade. There's nothing boxed, anything. And I tell you what, it was out of this world. I would get the whip. I would make homemade whipped vanilla frosting on it, and good, yeah. AH2I.
Oh yeah, that was definitely good there. I'll tell you what, Justin did. You know what? He had me talk into one of those AI machines. And I don't know what they're called there, but yeah, he was giving me a demonstration. He said, what do you like to talk about? I mentioned about ham radio. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like you're actually talking to a real person, explaining what the hobby was and what have you there. I was impressed.
Sounds it, Jim. And I just heard the train whistle in the background. That's such a soothing sound. It's soup for the soul for me. I love to hear those. One of my Elmers was Mark Broman, N9CNW, sad to say, silent T now. And he was one of those rail hams. And the frequency that they used to use anyway, and that they still do, is 146.490, and that was simplex. And so they used to have the rail ham set. They did it on 610 actually on Sundays, and they only did it like once a month, as I recalled it back in the day. We're going back to the late 90s, around the turn of the millennium when he would do those. Very interesting. That lots of packed information if you're into the rail trains and railroads and all that. It was a lot of fun back then.
I think I may have that frequency programmed in my radios there. That sounds good. Oh yeah, I enjoy hearing those train whistles too.
Well, it punched through your microphone loud enough. I could. It was very distinct, so I heard it. That made my night. It really did.
Well, Illinois Central or Canadian Pacific has known now. The Walls yards are just a few blocks north of me, the railroad yards.
Oh, how neat. Do you monitor any of their frequencies? They should be in VHF in the 160 meg range if they're still using analog. I've got an old Motorola, it's like a P110 or something radio, and I bought it on eBay for like $30. And the battery's no good, but it's got all railroad frequencies in it.
I think I did hear him one time, yeah. You know, I gotta believe that might be, there's a certain transmitter within a few blocks away from me. Every time I pick up some stations, like in the 154 range, like I'm hearing Rockford Fire, or like some of the suburban 154190 or some other, I hear like a coming over, and I said, that's gotta be some kind of transmitter around here. I'm kind of wondering if that might be those railroad frequencies.
Yeah, that might be one of those transmitters that controls the like the junction or something, or like the what do you call them, the railroad crossings and things. That might be what you're actually picking up there, something like that.
Oh, okay. I was often wondering about that. Try as I may, I couldn't find that frequency on there. Even if I tried to put some of those scanners on scan. So I think that might have been it then.
I remember there was 2 FBI repeaters in Rockford on VHF. And this was like in the 80s and 90s, and it was analog. And they were on top of there's a bank that's across from the old Colonial Village Mall, which is the City First, I think, church. Because they had an office that was on the top floor of that building, because my grandpa was the president of that bank. So he knew they had an office up there, all that. But I used to listen to those frequencies on my scanner. There wasn't much radio, there wasn't much traffic on there. But I did hear them on there a little bit, the Rockford FBI and some guys. And that was interesting to listen to. Another neat secret VHF frequency, or quasi-secret, was called SLANT. And that's the State Mine Area Narcotics Task Force. And they used to use a briefcase repeater, they would move if they were doing an operation somewhere, they would set up the repeater, it would be like in their car, or however they did it, if they needed it, and you could listen to them and what they were talking about. They used a lot of coded messages, though, and different than the 10 codes. So a lot of times you couldn't get the gist of what they were really talking about anyway. But you just kind of need to hear them, like the Rockford P surveillance frequency that was like Control 6. Used to listen to that stuff. Happy fun times of analog public safety scanner listening, once upon a time, but no longer is, unfortunately.
Well, I'll tell you what, unfortunately, you can still listen to fire and EMS. Now, let's see, Joe Davis County Sheriff, the county west of us here, they still use a VHF analog high band on their frequencies, so sometimes I can hear them there.
Yeah, what happened here is a lot of the smaller departments like South Beloit or Cherry Valley or like Loves Park, and some of these outer, smaller municipal PDs and stuff for villages and smaller cities and stuff. It was kind of like their hand it forced their hand to get Starcom radios that were eventually encrypted, other than just using P25 digital, because they were relying on Winnebago County E911 Center for dispatch, and in order to continue using that, they had no choice but to upgrade all of their stuff and switch over. So it kind of forced them to make the switch. Not that they necessarily wanted to do it, they just really didn't have much of a choice.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We can still, we still pick up Stevenson County Sheriff. They're on Starcom 21, but they are not encrypted. Freeport PD is, but not Stevenson County. We can still hear them here. K9 GCR.
H2I, I'm on another radio now, Jim. How do I sound on this one?
You're sounding good, but you're sounding different, though. Your signal is different there, but I can still reach you.
Okay. I'm on low power, so if there's little hits in there, I'll bump it up.
Okay, yeah, I can tell your signal's dropped a little bit, but I can still read you.
Okay, that should be better.
Okay, yeah, it is, yes, definitely.
It's another Motorola radio of mine I've had for a number of years. But anyways, it's my throw-around one, I call it. I used to use it for my job at the Park District, because we were using VHF analog stuff there, too. And this one's called a CT-185. I don't know if they still make them anymore or not, but this is a survivor radio. It got knocked off of a ledge, and it landed face down in a mop bucket full of soapy water. And I was able to save it by replacing all it did was just it fried out the display board and stuff, where the push buttons and stuff. So I was able to find a used one on eBay and resuscitate this radio back to life again. And that was a number of years ago, and it's still going on strong today. So this is a survivor unit.
Okay, sounds good. Works beautifully. The late Mito K9KWM was telling me he had his Radio Shack HX202 next to the kitchen sink. He accidentally knocked it in the sink, was full of water, and oh boy, I'll tell you what, it didn't take long. He had to let it sit for a while, but but that HX202 still worked, despite being in the kitchen dishwater.
So real similar scenario. Lucky for me, when one of the other the guy felt really bad about it and all of that, but I said, listen, I know how to repair these things on my own. Don't worry about it. If it's not repairable, it is what it is. You don't owe me any money. The accidents happen, dude. And he still felt bad about it for the longest time. And he was happy. He was tickled pink is one of my Elmers. The late Paul Special W6UE Silent T used to say. And to know that I was able to bring it back to life for pretty cheap. I think I paid $25 or something for the board and something like that. It wasn't too expensive, and I was able to bring it back again. So I said, see, there you go. You can buy. And he says, hey, if you want to buy me lunch or something sometime from concessions or from the bar next door, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I think he actually did. But anyways. So luckily that mop bucket water was still fresh. It wasn't like dirty with stuff in it when it happened. And I grabbed it really quick after just like 3 seconds of being in there. But it's a light radio, so it actually kind of floated face down. But just enough water got in there to mess it up. And yeah, it was the speaker. The speaker I replaced with that board, that outer board that connects to the motherboard in this particular radio. So I'm like, nope, not doing that one again. Or because what he did is he knocked the antenna, hit the antenna, and then it went airborne, and then right in the bucket it went, man. It was like a Michael Jordan slam dunker. You know what I mean?
Oh boy, yeah, I hear you. That's definitely interesting. That's for sure. Nothing like those old radios. I don't care what anybody says.
I think this is one of the last all analog radios that they actually made. The ones they make now are like either you can buy them analog, and then you can get a dongle box, they call it, and make it digital compliant to convert it, or you can pay a little extra money and get it already digital capable, which I would just spend the extra money anyway. because the dongle boxes are going to cost you a whole lot more. So these are the the business band or commercial type radios that are, they're not intended for ham radio, but they just dip down in the ham range, so you can use them for that. They used to call us Moto heads, like Motorola heads. That's a nickname that a lot of us used to have that were into this kind of radio gear.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand. Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with them. That's for sure.
But I'm going to have to connect to Justin or somebody who comes up your way to get those red phones to you. I know you really want them, and I don't have any use for them. I just saved them for you, and they're all yours. So I know one of them is a rotary, and one of them is a push button, and they're both red.
Yeah, sounds good. I don't know when Justin's going to come up again. He was here. He brought me home there from the field day. He finally fixed my outside antenna. It's back to where it should be. He was saying I was lucky I was able to get out because the antenna was about almost halfway between vertical and horizontal, but he got straightened out. He ordered me a new weather radio, and I got it the other on Tuesday, and he just got to come and install it. Yeah, I sure would love to get. If you're able to come over here and bring them to me, that'd be fine. Or I have to give them to Justin. I don't know how you're going to do it.
Yeah, he might be easier right now because of my. I'm a pretty busy body during the week and get doing stuff on the weekend. One of these days I'll get back up your way again. I'll never forget the time that Jerry, N9GBI, Silent Keys, we came up here, I think it was in 2007, came up there and we're making those hamburgers in your community room, this big, huge room in there. And it was really hot and sticky out, like it is right now. Real humid. And I remember that. So it's not like opening the back patio doors is really going to get much air. And how the fire alarm, the central fire alarm for that entire building didn't go off is beyond me. All that smoke in there. And then your Elmer came down and said hi to us. I remember that. And then the other guy, another one of your residents came down to see what the heck was going on. But the reason that made all that black smoke is I was using a skillet instead of a regular frying pan to make those burgers, but they sure turned out even better yet, though, despite all that fiasco, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, that's, never remember that. Yeah, it was warm. I even had my air conditioner on. It wasn't, as a rule, you never have an air conditioner on in October. But that was definitely happened that time.
Yeah, I think it was like 80 degrees or something, 81 degrees, and humidity was like 90-something%. You could see the back patio door windows was completely fogged over. I'll never forget that. Oh, man. Those are the moments to remember, Jim, that's for darn sure. But, yeah, Jerry was a lot of fun, and going up there and doing all that. I'm sad that he's gone now and all that. But that's the one and only time I recall meeting your Elmer, Al.
Yeah, he was a great guy. That's for sure. Definitely missed him. He would have been a great guy to check into the Friday Night Fun Net. That's for sure.
Yep, that's for sure, Jeff. So, I want to actually hook up. I want to get my dual band base antenna up again. And then I want to get like a 10-meter, 11-meter antenna up again. And I want to see what's going on in the 11-meter band. It's been a lot of years for that. There used to be a group of hams, including Scott, Francis, and them, that used to hang out on like Channel 17, and they would be on there every single day. I remember that. in on CB radio.
K9G oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, we kind of nicknamed them the Channel 17ers, coffee house or something like that. I remember that. So yep, that's exactly what those guys did. And be interesting to see if there's anything going on there anymore. Probably not. So sad to say, a number of those they're kind of they're passed away now. But anyway, what I used to do on 11 meters a lot was I would go up from up on channel 38 and lower sideband. I would do a lot of sidebanding, even on a vertical antenna, because most of the time you want to go horizontal with those, even like if you're doing 2 meter sideband or whatnot. But I was still able to communicate this way past Beloit into Janesville on ground waves, no problem at all, and that was amazing. And then, of course, when the skip would come rolling in the 11-year megacycle, I couldn't even talk across town on 11 meters. It was that bad.
IZZ.
Go ahead, Todd. Good evening, yes.
Good evening. You got Todd here, K9RFD in Lowe's Park. Well, if you're looking for 10, 11, 12 meter base antenna, I got a brand new one in the box. I got the Antron 99 with the ground plane kit. Ain't been, neither one's been opened. It ain't been put up. I'm good on QRZ for email.
Okay. That's good to know, sir. Nice to meet you. My name is Brad, Bravo Romeo Alpha Delta, here in Northeast Rockford. Motorola portable right now, and you got a good signal with Q5, and yeah, that's pretty neat. And so, if you're going to do an Antron 89, you need to have the ground. You have to have the ground radios to go with them. You have to. You get a lot of noise, a lot of static, especially if you're in a transformer box like I am, and that thing is just going to buzz away and drive you insane unless you got like a low pass filter to hook up to it. I do have a low pass filter. It's an we nicknamed it Mighty Fine Junk, or MFJ, but they've made some really good dummy loads and filters and stuff like that. Was one of the things they were notorious for. And then I remember the Elinco. My first HF radio was an Elinco. It was the EX70TH or something like that, and it came Marscat modified because the guy who sold it was used to be in that, and so I had to make sure that I didn't slip outside of the ham bands and go where I wasn't supposed to be. But it was still a neat radio, and I never should have sold that thing, but I did. And of course, you had to have the external tuner with that one too. Over.
Yeah, QSL on that. And if you need a sideband Citizens band, I got one basically brand new in the box. It's the Galaxy 959. So I ain't used that in years. It's just been sitting in the box. All right, we'll let you guys get back to having your rag chew there. Yeah, I'm good on QRZ. If you want to make a deal on it, that'd be fine. All you got to do is punch in K9RFD. My email's good there.
Okay, real fine business. Yeah, I'd like to take a look at that. The radio, is that one of those rack-mounted ones, base stations you have, or is that like a mobile unit?
No, it's just a mobile. You got your meter, displays the frequency and the channel both.
Okay, I remember the Ranger RCI. I remember the Striker. They got in trouble with the FCC though for marketing some of the radios that re-emerged again. But I used to have a Striker, and that thing was phenomenal. A radio. I never should have got rid of that one either. That did sideband. I guess you can now use FM here in the States that you didn't used to be able to, and because like in Mexico they've always been able to use this and stuff, and you couldn't legally use it here. But flipping between those channels was always fun. Before I had a ham radio license, that is, and you go on 27.555 and shoot that skip. But I really wouldn't dare do that now with a ham radio license and having a GROL and radar endorsement and all that other fun stuff. For a job I once had, I had to have that. But and other than that, I mean, I have that. I have a Galaxy Saturn base, and it does have the little flip switches on it for the oscillator that lets you dip in between the standard 40. But like I say, I wouldn't dare dream of doing that today. It's very tempting if I got back on it again, but I would listen. I would just receive down there, but I wouldn't transmit. What do you say to that, Jimmy?
K9G Sherry, that sounds like a good idea.
It was K0 India Zulu, is that correct, sir?
Yep, Kilowatt 0 India Zulu, or as the guys up in Minnesota before I moved back home here to Illinois used to call me the Independent Zebra Zipper. All right, we'll let you guys get back at it. 73 K0IZZ.
All right, before you dip out of there, what kind of radio are you talking on? 'Cause your modulation is storming through here. It sounds like you're on like a commercial radio or something.
No, I got an old cheap microphone and put a dynamic mic in it, and I'm running a Yaesu FT991A.
Oh, okay. No, that radio sounds phenomenal. Whatever you did to that, all that, don't do a thing to it. I mean, like I said, you fooled me, man. So, but that's cool. That's cool. My call sign. It's a long story, and I didn't intend to change my call sign, and it got changed anyway. I got issued 2 ham radio licenses at one time, and briefly, and I actually tried to get my 8. I had an 8 call sign, an Alpha Echo 8 call, and then I emailed them, the FCC, about it, their ULS, and then they canceled one of the 2 of them out, and they gave me, they left me with this one here, and that was when they changed over with the $35 CE application and all that fun stuff a couple of years ago or so. So that's how I landed this call sign. If that's, you're wondering why it's such a unique, awkward call sign to have. But anyways, I do like your call. It's an easy one to remember too, and all of that. 0, that's the heaviest weighted CW character that exists on the planet. It's da, 5 dashes. So there you go. Anyways, nice to meet you. And I'll pass it over to Jimmy, and I think I'm gonna split here too for a little bit, but then free up the receiver. Maybe you'll get some more late check-ins there too, Jimmy.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, Brad is responsible for he gets credit for starting the Friday night fun net. Todd, we started this net back in 2008. We've been going ever since, using several different repeaters. Oh yeah, he's the brains behind the Friday night fun net. I was going to say, Brad, Todd that checked in, he's checking number 16. He had some swamp net traffic. He had other stuff you wanted to get rid of there, too.
Okay, Jim. The next thing I want to get is one of those C4FM radios, Fusion ones. I have some DMR portables. They're UHF. But I don't have a C4FM one, no. So that's also something I do want to look into. That's on the bucket list of things to do. I haven't bought a ham radio probably since I was like 28 years old or something, and I'm 43 now, so you do the math on that one. But they're still sitting there, and they still work. I've got some shortwave receivers too, and all of that fun stuff. So it's all in good fun, Jeff. This is they really call this the rich man's hobby for a reason. But you know, it's all in the antenna and the feed line, not necessarily the radio. It's like 80% antenna feed line, 20% radio, right? So there it is. Anyways, yeah, it sounds real good. It's nice to be able to meet Todd, yeah, your radio's is booming through. You've got a good, what I call loud and proud radio there. That's kind of 11-meter talk, so hope I don't get scolded for that. All right, so anyways, it's been fun and real, Jim. I'll pass it back to you for a final, and I'll clear out. Give some late tail-ender check-ins, too. So back to you for a final, Jim, and then we'll clear on out of here.
Well, Brad, thank you for checking in. So, thank you for all you do, and Todd, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net, giving us that swap net traffic. You guys have a good night, and we'll talk to you guys down the log there. So, I think that's it. I don't think I'm going to get any more checking. I'll wait and see if Justin throws out his call. I've gone down as an honorary checking. We'll see if we actually gets on the air. So, guys, been a pleasure. Southerese, this is K9G Charlie McClure. Thanks to both of you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net, and this net is now closed as of 10:52 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 3 hours 52 minutes Zulu time. Unofficial count of 43 check-ins. I just had one more. N4 WGN. K9G Charlie McClure, Southerese. Good night and good night, you guys. Talk to you later.
Jim, you take care and enjoy the rest of this weekend here, for sure. So, I'm glad for everything you do out here and the fun that's been going on all these years later. You know, I was just 27 years old when we started that net, I believe it was. Boy, I wish I could go back to that, being that young again. Let me tell you, I'm getting gray hairs, Jim. It's not looking good for me. Let me tell you. Well, you know, I was a novice ham in '98, so, and then the next year I got my Tech Plus license in '99. So that's been a few years ago. Oh my God, it's you know, it's creeping up on 30 years. Isn't that insane? I don't even want to think about it. It's making me sad. It's depressing. But no, seriously, I'm glad to be here. You know, there's an old saying that goes, "Us hams don't quit, we just die." I'll never forget who said that when they said it, because they were spot on. All right, KC9GCR and K0IZZ, double zebra. This is Alpha Hotel 2 India, AH2I, portable, and will be clear and in the background.
73, guys. K0IZZ.
You too, there, Todd. Nice to make your acquaintance again, sir. I will be sending you an email too, by the way. This is AH2I, guy.
Okay, sounds good. K0IZZ, clear.